Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, JuJu's Journey. It's been a minute. I haven't updated. We've had some weather, like really, I find it fun weather in South Carolina. We're not used to ice or snow, and we had both of those. Like we had ice one weekend that kind of shut us down, and then this past weekend we had snow. And I think the last time I got on like this, I was telling you that we were expected to get, 6 to 8 inches. Well, I'm happy to report that in my area that I live in, South Carolina, we got a little more than 6 inches of snow. It snowed for over 24 hours. Absolutely beautiful. And they shut down schools Monday and Tuesday this past week. My daughter, her fiance was working nights, so well, actually I think he was on days, but 12 hours. So, and they live way out in the country, so she came and spent the weekend with me again. So we had 2 weekends of slumber parties, which means we binge watched, gosh, I think we binge watched 2 series. And then this past week, after that, I binge watched another series. So I'm good. I'm good on the television for a while. But it was so much fun. So much fun. So today is Sunday, February 8th. If you're new here, my name is JuJu. This is JuJu's Journey. I'm a widow. My husband died December 11th, 2024. I'm living on my own for the first time in my whole entire life. Went straight from parents' house, college, roommates, to my husband. We were married or together from the time I was 22 until I was 57. And, no, 56, sorry. So, yeah, it's all of those. It's been a journey. And so this channel I started just to kind of document the lowest of my lows. Like I didn't come on right time he passed away. I started doing budget videos probably in June or July. But I finally got up enough nerve to come on camera. And so I'm just kind of like documenting. I'm trying to find joy, trying to find peace, happiness, all the things. And I just want to see how far I come in this journey. And I also want to encourage other people that if I can do it, you definitely can do it. Last year, whenever this journey started for me, of course, I was in shock. I was devastated. I was traumatized. I still have like the fight or flight. That's a real thing, a very real thing. I was scared because my husband was retired. I didn't work anymore. I was pretty much retired. And, when your spouse dies and he's getting Social Security, and that's part of your livelihood, and it's just gone, gone immediately. That's a big chunk of our monthly income was gone, and then I had to figure out, like, how am I going to survive on my own? I'm lucky enough that I do have money invested, but it is invested, and there's a whole process that you have to do whenever, because it was my husband's retirement, and anyway, it's got to get rolled over and taxed and all that kind of stuff, but I do get a monthly dividend check from that, which is a very limited amount of money. It's $3,000 a month, but I still have to pay all my bills. But so last January, I was just like, oh my gosh, I was scared to death. You have a like $17,000 funeral bill. You have to pay that. And then house insurance, car insurance was due February, which I'm going to pay this week. And that was another close to $5,000. This year it went up. It's over $5,000. But luckily enough, I budgeted last year and I already have that money saved. And so right now in my budgeting journey, which I also put on this channel, I'm saving for 2027, which is good. I don't feel as anxious as I did last January and February because I've already done it for a whole year. I've already survived for a whole year. So I do know that I can survive. I'm also was able to save enough money, not just from the $3,000. We had a little bit of money going in, but I was able to supplement, like I've got my taxes, I've got my car insurance, my car house insurance, my car taxes paid for this year from last year. And I also had enough money to put where I'm 1 month ahead, meaning I have $3,000 sitting in an account or sitting in my checking account that stays there. And then I just pull the other $3,000 and do my budget from it each month. And that gives me a lot of security. But my goal is to get 6 to 9 months of security. I do have money in my high yield savings account that I use. That's all the money that I saved last year with the little savings that I did and the, what other categories that I have? There were a lot of them. And so I was able to put a little bit of money back there as well. So I'm doing okay, but I still get so anxious. And I'll tell you why. Because, and I shouldn't feel this way, I do budget. Like, I do budget so much. And I give myself an allowance each week that I shouldn't feel guilty when I do certain things. But my sweet daughter invited me to go to Florence today. And I did. And I have, for the last 2 weeks, we've been snowed in. And if you watch my budgeting videos, you know that I completely did not spend any money last week or the week before that. And then the week before that, I was at the beach. And I had already planned last year for this beach trip, so I had the cash for that whole weekend. So I didn't have to use any of my money that I budgeted. But with that being said, she wanted to go to a little store called Five Below for Valentine's for her niece and her nephew. And so I picked up just a few things from there. Let's see what hello Panda. No, that's not mine. I've got her receipts too. So I spent $25.92 at Five Below. I bought a cute little water game for my granddaughter. I got my daughter a $5 watercolor kit because she's painting with watercolors. I did get a paper trimmer, which I needed. I have one. I just don't know where it is. I got my granddaughter a $5 Lisa Frank Super Activity sticker kit thing. And then I bought 2 magnets to go in my refrigerator. I've never seen, you don't see magnets, at least I don't that often. So I saw them and I picked those up. And then we went to TJ Maxx. Okay, so then at TJ Maxx, I didn't spend the money. My daughter bought it for me. So she got me 2. I bought the soap. 2, it's actually 4 bars of soap. And I love it. And so she actually spent $12 on me. She bought me Bojangles for lunch. And I bought our Dunkin' Donut coffees. Let me see what I bought. $5. Whoa. No, I was going to say there's no way. $14.05. So 25 plus 14. And I don't know where the Sally's. I have one more receipt from Sally's. I don't know where it is, but she wanted to run into Sally's and get something. And so I ran in with her and I bought a crimper for my hair. I wanted to try it. And I think that was like $30. Oh, here it is. No, that's Family Dollar. So, with that being said, I'm literally came home. I've been home now for probably 25 minutes. And I decided I'm going to go and document this. I have so much buyer's remorse. I feel so guilty about buying a crimper for my hair. And I shouldn't. I really should not. I do have JuJu that I have a little envelope that I should be able to spend money without any guilt. That's the whole point. And I know I have no guilt by buying Valentine's for my grandbabies. And I didn't do much. I bought just 2 little items, $6. And then I bought my daughter something that was $5. So I shouldn't feel guilty. But when I came home to scan my receipts, I was like, wow, you know, I really didn't have to spend anything. I really did not need that crimper, you know, but I wanted to try it. I thought, I've got this, you can't tell because I made my hair comb today, but my hair is really a bushy, coarse, not even, it's got a lot of curl to it, but it's more frizz. And I said, you know, it might be cute if I learned how to crimp it so then it looked cute, more like beach hair. And I said, why not try it? It'll be fun. I'm here by myself a lot anyway, so why not have that tool? It's not going to go anywhere. If I don't like it, I can give it to one of my daughters, right? So anyway, do y'all have buyer's remorse when you do something silly like that? I'm supposed to be saving and pulling my money and putting it towards my little saving challenge. But literally 2 weeks, y'all, 2 full weeks, I have done nothing except watch television. Eat lots of food and watch television. In my bed, no doubt. I mean, although I do have one of the beds that, you know, I wasn't laying flat. It was more like being in a recliner. But, I mean, sorry, my outdoor dog, he's going crazy over something. And then my indoor dog's going to go crazy. Gabby, it's okay. And then I'm also have a lot of anxiety because tomorrow morning I have to get up and take little Gabby girl to the vet to get her teeth cleaned. And that's going to be between $600 and $800. And that's only if they don't have to extract any teeth. But when she went for her yearly vet visit, they found a murmur. But they said her teeth, and I told them about a loose tooth that I saw. And she's got the tiniest little mouth. I can barely stick my finger in it. Anyway, they looked. And I don't know why they don't look every single year, like in her mouth. It just kind of dawned on me. But they were like, oh my gosh, she has so much plaque build up. And they said that's probably where that little heart murmur is. And they said it was a small, like a 2, level 2. And that it could be coming from her teeth being infected. And she's over, I think she's like 11 years old now, approaching 12. And I love this dog more than you can imagine. And they're going to have to put her to sleep tomorrow. And that scares me. And so I'm kind of anxious about that. But I feel that they're not in the business of, you know, I'm sure they know what they're doing. They're not going to intentionally try to cause harm to my dog just to get the money. They're not in the business of killing the animals, I wouldn't imagine. So I'm going to trust them and I'm going to let them do this because I don't want her to be in pain. What if she does have infected teeth and she's in pain and her mouth is just hurting? That would break my heart. I don't want her to be in pain. I love her too much. And she can't talk, you know? So I think it's going to be in her best interest. I really wasn't expecting that. But last year, I did. I put $20 a week towards vet bills. And just because I did that last year, I can actually pay for tomorrow with no worry. I don't have to worry about the month ahead emergency money. I don't have to touch it. And I can also pay my car insurance and my house insurance, and I don't have to touch the 1 month ahead. So I feel very, very blessed. But I really did not need to go buy a crimper today. You know, I'm going to Charleston, and my hotel room is going to be at least $530. I'm sure tax is going to be included. I mean, go towards that. Just on a room. But it's a nice hotel. I'm going to have to buy dinner, and I'm going to probably have a few adult beverages. So I have a lot of things that I need to be saving for. I do not want to pull from last year's money for that trip, you know. So I made this decision, and I'm sure y'all watched. I hope you watched, where I used the $60 in ones and put towards my vacation. But it's still not enough money. I'm almost done with another savings challenge. That should make me okay. So, you know, I really need to be a good steward of this money so I can do good things. Like, I don't want to, I want to be able to sink a lot more money into my house insurance because I am not saving enough each week to make that payment next year. So, with that being said, y'all pray for me. JuJu should not feel guilty about buying a crimper, but JuJu does not need to be spending any more money. I need to be trying to do my best to budget and save, you know? So, that's where I stand right now. But I will tell you, the snow days were wonderful. Snowmen, well, one snowman. Lots of good food, card games, family, just all the things. And then this was a good weekend, like back to normal. So yesterday I got to spend 4 hours with my grandson and my son. He grilled out, cooked me a steak and potatoes and macaroni and cheese for dinner last night. Wasn't that sweet? And then today, like I said, my daughter called and wanted me to run to Florence with her. And so we did a little bit of shopping and ate lunch and got a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And now I'm back home. And so my plans for today, the rest of the day, is I am going to, first of all, scan my receipts. Forgive myself for buying a crimper. You know, really, I should be able to buy a crimper without guilt. And probably, I don't know, what should I do? Should I try my new crimper out? I think I should. I think I'm going to go crimp my hair. So wish me luck, okay? I just thought that I would pop on and give a little update. I can't, nobody knows in my family about this channel, so I do not dare come up here and video when my daughter's here. So when she's spending the weekend with me, JuJu won't be popping on. But is Sunday. The Super Bowl's tonight. I don't think I'm going to watch it. I mean, I'm not going to watch it because I'm not interested in the football part. I think the Patriots are playing. And the halftime show, I might tune in for that. But they haven't, I mean, you can't really top, Prince. I think that was one of my favorite halftime shows. But I don't know. It's just not the same. It's not like it used to. I was watching somebody today say that they have male cheerleaders now in the NFL. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's quite interesting. This whole world's getting quite interesting. When you're 57, almost 58, I'll be 58 in April. You can see things a lot more clearly, and I can see where they are just trying their darndest to make things so normal that really are not normal. I don't care if men are cheerleaders, but I do. They were saying that throughout the season of NFL, like the commercials were gambling commercials. You should not make gambling something that people should be addicted to. That's a downfall of a family if somebody becomes addicted to gambling. So we have to be careful, y'all. We have to be careful. We don't want the downfall of our families. Families need to be strong, and children need stability. They don't need daddy out gambling lunch money away, or dinner, or rent money, or all of those things. And they also say, like, the Super Bowl is the biggest sex trafficking event in the world. And that makes my heart hurt, too, just thinking about, like, surely if that's the case, then that's going to be like a group of guys probably leaving their wives at home or their girlfriends. And then, they think they're free for the weekend and they do things that they shouldn't. And that's kind of sad. So, I don't know. The Super Bowl doesn't resonate with me anymore. 5 years ago, I was probably drinking a beer right now and having a Super Bowl party. And just all excited. Nope, not anymore. Doesn't quite interest me anymore. But anyway, I do have a lot going on in the background of my life. It's stressful. It's a family issue. I got a text that wasn't so kind. All because of something that's that I should have already had privy or access to begin with by law, And it's unfortunate. But I did make lemons out of lemonade. The thing that he texted me was really, I guess, like I don't know. I don't know what you would call it. I think it was meant to intimidate me. But I went and found a t-shirt with that same saying on it. And I ordered it. My children said I can't wear it out in public, but at least I have it, because I'm not going to be intimidated. Just by asking for information that I should already know, by law. It has been almost 3 years and nobody still knows. Crazy, So, that's here nor there. Here nor there. Life is funny and it's sad at the same time, But anyway, I'm not going to let that beat me down. Not going to let that beat me down at all. But y'all have a very blessed night. And guess what? I think I have 38 subscribers. I need 50, so 12 more people have to subscribe. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave me a message. And remember, if I can do this, you can do this. All right, bye guys. Bye.